Chris Cuomo here. Welcome to NewsNation. This is where right and left come to try to be reasonable. And listen to this. I got my Christmas gift early this year. The chance to discuss affordability on a daily basis because it is a crisis that is painfully evident everywhere except on social media, right? Because there it's about Epstein photos and playing clickbait conspiracies with the January 6th bombing case or Charlie Kirk's assassination, right? Because if you can get paid for saying it, you say it on digital media, right? That's what they believe should drive the news cycle. But thanks to President Trump taking the affordability tour, I get to distract from the distractions. And it turns out that looking through the lens of affordability, this Christmas is this is going to be a Christmas to remember for some. But the question is, in what way? For this administration, this is going to be a Christmas that they're going to want to forget. All right? Why? Take a look at this telling AP poll. The headline: this holiday season is not a very Merry Christmas for consumers. 2/3 of Americans say they're experiencing higher than normal prices when it comes to holiday gifting. 4 in 10 are dipping into savings more than ever before. A study was done highlighting items from New York Magazine, their annual gift-giving guide, right? These are the things that you get every year. Everything's up across the board. The tea set, the dollhouse, the kid's camera, the Barbie, the Yankees cap, everything's up, all right? You get the point. A study found that on average, prices were up about 26% across the board, right? Frequently bought Christmas gifts. This is the reality. It's not going to surprise a lot of you, but what is surprising is that the president uncharacteristically is not connecting to the working man's woes, instead calling all your holiday concerns a hoax.
I said it the other day, and a lot of people misinterpreted. They say, oh, he doesn't realize prices are high. Prices are coming down very substantially. But they have a new word. You know, they always have a hoax. The new word is affordability. So they look at the camera and they say, this election is all about affordability. But Democrats talking about affordability is like Bonnie and Clyde preaching about public safety. And they are really truly the enemy of the working class when they do it.
Hey, listen, you can define the problem any way you want, but don't say there's no problem, right? And if prices are coming down really, really fast, well, then there's no problem. So the president can have his string of excoriations and exaggerations and excuses. It reminds me of the famous line from Don Meredith. Who? Google him. If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we would all have a Merry Christmas. The president is selling you that same kind of thing. If the tariffs work out, but if Biden hadn't done this, if you live near here, gas is down. But if you're looking at just these costs in this area and in this way, it's an A+++ economy. Mr. President, you are a master at messaging, but you are missing on this one. And here is the number I've never seen in examining Trump as a politician. No matter what was dogging him in the first year, and we all know what we lived through, right? He was never below 50 on his ability to run the economy until now. Trump's approval rating on the economy is in the low 30s with anywhere you look. 68% of voters, including 44% of Republicans, say the economy is in poor shape. Remember how reluctant MAGA is to say anything negative about this president. A new poll by Politico finds that 55% of Americans blame the president for high grocery prices. You can argue it any way you want, but perception is reality in politics, and the president is getting a lump of coal for these costs. And that is why you're hearing more of the MAGA elves getting yappy about being unhappy.
Listen, I like our chances in midterms, but let me put in perspective. Only 3 times in the last 100 years has the incumbent party been successful winning a midterm. Wow. 4 times in the last 150. We're facing almost certain defeat. The only person that could bring the nose up and help us win is the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. Right. He has the most popular ideas. It's been his vision. And I think by the time the midterms come around, whether it be with the midterm convention or other items, I think you're going to start, people will understand and realize all the good that he's doing.
Now, by the way, nobody's playing that full bite. They're all playing a little bit just to make it seem like this guy is totally going bad on Trump. I wanted to give you the proper context. Because even in proper context, they're having misgivings, and that's the RNC chair, all right? Not some chooch interviewing for somebody on the street, all right? That's like a big player right there. To be showing any kind of weakness is unusual. But let me turn it around, okay? There is a gift in this grinchiness. The president now knows, okay? Neither MAGA nor the majority will be deceived on this issue. Affordability is the mandate for the midterms. If President Trump stops fighting the facts, this is his chance to show that he can take on the real enemy. Not Venezuela, healthcare costs. That's the big bad guy in the room, okay? Not just extending subsidies, not just some gimmick like personal health savings accounts. Those are Band-Aids on bullet holes, okay? The real affordability fight is taking on the big dogs who throw the big dollars at both parties and are calling the shots that make our health care basically twice what any other country spends. Now, I've been doing this a long time. I know how easy that is to say and how hard it is to do. It is daunting. The leaders in both parties are well paid. They all get millions from the healthcare lobby. Millions, okay? But remember, the signature Trump promise, only I can do it. Only I can go against the big money. Only I can drain the swamp. Only I can make the big players come to the table. Mr. President, this is the moment. All right, now, I want to talk more about costs, and we're going to do it later in the show. But I want to start with a big breaking story that has a coach of one of the top college football teams paying a huge price for some bad decisions, okay? Now, former University of Michigan football coach Sharon Moore was arraigned today, charged criminally with breaking into his girlfriend's home and making threats, all right? According to prosecutors, Moore, who's married with 3 kids, had been in a relationship for several years with a female employee. I think it was his executive assistant or something. She ended things with him on Monday. Moore pursued. She panicked. She told University of Michigan officials. 2 days later, they arrest Moore. Afterwards, he goes to his now ex's home as the now ex-coach, barges in through an unlocked door. That may be a fact in the upcoming litigation, we'll see. Grabbed 2 butter knives, pair of scissors. Reportedly said to her, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna make you watch. My blood is on your hands. You ruined my life. She called 911. Here's a taste of the dispatch.
The caller told her there's a male at the location and the house attacking her. The state's been stalking her for months. The person she's on the phone with, that's one grabbed a knife, threatened the caller, and then ran, threw the knife down. He calls S1's wife in Ann Arbor, saying that the subject is suicidal. Robert's losing his job today.
Man, they got to get better people in terms of how they record those calls. So, look, here's my take, all right? I don't care about his love life. I don't care about what happened. They're going to litigate it. They're going to figure it out. Thank God nobody was hurt. To me, it is a window into a wacky world of way too much money and excess. Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.